If you put a finger on my sister, guaranteed your head pop, pop, pop just like blister. I might smile and grin, but trust me, darling, when it comes to...
What's good, everyone? Welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new. It's your girl Mrs, and I'm back with another video. So today, as you can see by the title, I'm going to be testing out some new makeup products. So if you're about this live and you love makeup content, make sure you do subscribe. I would really appreciate it. Follow me on Instagram as well. It's missy.sis. But without further ado, let's get right into the video. So I already done my brows off camera. I'm not really feeling them today, so we're gonna move, but I got all my makeup goodies right here, and yeah, we're just pretty much just gonna chill and just play with some makeup, girl. So funny enough, last month when I did a full face of testing new makeup, which I'm not necessarily doing a full face today, I did try out the primer from NYX, and I'm trying out some other new primers from NYX. So this is the Bare With Me Radiant Perfecting Primer, which sounds like it's a bit of me because I do have no dry combination skin, so any primers that's hydrating, that is what I love. This primer, I've seen it around on social media, and it's the Marshmallow Primer, but I got the travel size one, so I'm going to use this today and see how I get down with it. Ooh, okay, so it's got a little white consistency there. Okay, and it does feel quite thick as well. Oh yeah, it does have a really nice smell to it though. Liking that smell, girl. Ooh. Okay, the primer feels really, really nice. It just has this really nice soft marshmallow texture to it. Nice smell, not too overwhelming, and I really like the fact that it smoothed out my skin. However, because I am a little bit more dry around my nose area, I am going to use a little bit of the Bare With Me Hydrating Primer and see how I get on with this. Let's see. Ooh, girl, too much. Okay, so this is what it looks like. It's got a sort of rosy iridescent shift to it. I pulled up too much, so I went a little bit too heavy there, but it's okay. Just usual. But nice. Once again, this primer does have a nice texture to it, and I do see that this is a little bit more radiant in comparison to like the Marshmallow one, but it does feel nice actually. Okay, so now it's time to apply some foundation, and funny enough, I decided to get the KVD Beauty Apple Balm Foundation. I used to love the Kat Von D when it was Kat Von D. This was probably about 6, maybe even 7 years ago when I used the Lock It foundation, and I was absolutely obsessed with the foundation and the concealer, which is weird because that foundation is a very matte foundation, and I now live for a dewy foundation, so I don't know how I feel about it now because I haven't used it ever since. £29, which is $38, is vegan and cruelty free. It's a lightweight full coverage foundation with a fresh matte finish, not flat, not dewy, just right. Skin looks like skin, and it also gives you the indication if you are a shade in whatever product from KVD Beauty, it would then tell you to get this particular shade in this range. So where I was a 78 neutral in the Lock It foundation, it told me to get tan 78, but I was very skeptical, so I ended up getting 78, and I also got deep 80. Just for reference, on the website, the actual KVD Beauty website, it says 78 tan is for tan to deep skin with warm undertones, and then for deep 80 is for deep skin with warm bronze undertone. So I don't know how I feel about that because I personally like to go for golden undertones, but I think the next shade that had a golden undertone was 92. So I thought that might be a little bit too dark for me, so I decided to just pick up these two shades. I know the packaging was clear and it was plastic, but this actually does have like a nice little weight. It doesn't feel cheap, if that makes sense, so that's nice. And I do like the packaging actually. It's very unique, and I've never tried a foundation balm before. Okay, so this is number 80 and this one is number 78. So I'm back to filming in the night with artificial lighting, which I really do prefer to film in natural daylight, but I'm just gonna have to film this now. But I think I'm gonna go in with 78. That's what the foundation looks like, and as you can see, it's like quite shiny looking, which I expect because it is like a balm foundation. So ooh, okay, so it actually looks darker on the finger in comparison from in the pan. So let's just see. Ooh, I'm just gonna use my NYX 03 all-purpose brush. Is this gonna work? Ooh, Ooh, that actually feels nice. Nah. Oh yeah, see 80, she definitely looks bronze. Definitely looks bronze. I'm gonna blend this out though, so we can see a brush on this side. Yeah, she's too red. Yeah, she's a bit too red. Okay, this is the foundation, and I must say, this foundation, it blends out so nicely. It literally melts into your skin. No issues at all. Like, look at my skin. It looks so good, and it literally feels like I've got nothing on my face. Don't really see the matte vibe, but I ain't complaining either because, yeah, like me, not really in the matte business anyway. In terms of the shade, I feel it might be a little bit light. I'm going to use a little bit of the shade 80, pretty much to like cream bronze, I guess, because why not? The shade would be so much better if it wasn't as warm and as bronze, and I maybe would have got away with a shade 80. Actually, blending both of them together, that's much better for me. But I hate mixing foundation. I hate mixing foundation to color correct, if that makes sense. I don't mind mixing foundation if it's more to create a little like concussion, because I like two different formulas. After posting my concealer video, a lot of you guys recommended me to get the Huda Beauty concealer, so I did pick one up, but then weirdly enough, I picked up a concealer from Laura Mercier, which is so not like me because I don't really look at Laura Mercier's complexion products like that, to be honest. I only really try out her powders. Got the Secret Camouflage Brightening and Correct Duo, and this is the concealer, so I don't know what I'm doing here. I'm not gonna lie. What shade is this? I got the shade 5N. So this side is the Correct Camouflage and this is the Brightening and Illuminator. So this is the Brightening Illuminator. So that's what it looks like, if you guys can see that. Then this side is the Correct Camouflage, which I believe is the concealer part. And that's the shade there. So yeah, I don't know what I'm doing here, but I'm gonna try. Or maybe I will use both. I don't know. Let me just use this one anyway. So this concealer claims to have like a full coverage. I really do like the concealer, but I feel like this is more on like natural days where you just want like a no makeup look type of vibe. Especially where it's like a thin stick, like dual stick. I just feel like you need to apply a lot. But this is £28, you know, so this is the type of product that you have to apply hella a lot to get a little bit of something. So I am gonna try the concealer from Huda Beauty. This is in the shade Butterscotch 28G, and I'm assuming that G stands for golden, which is like her other sort of letter labels that she has. I'm not too sure about the applicator because I'm not really like, I'm very weird with things on my skin, like different textures. That's the shade there. So let me just see. Yeah, no, I don't like the applicator. I do prefer these concealers, like the consistency when it comes to concealer, in comparison to a stick, like a cream stick. The shade is nice. I mean, it's not as brightening, but I am trying to tone down the brightening, but it's actually really, really nice. Well, actually, I need a little bit of lip gloss though. Can't be having a nice base and my lips looking all dry. Hey. I did pick up a new translucent powder, so I'm actually going to use the one from Beauty Bakery, the flower powder. I feel like I haven't shown this on my channel for a while, girl. Well, I'm actually going to try use a brush. I always go in my sponge, but I'm going to try use a brush and see. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Like, nah. Talk to me. This powder is bad narrated. Absolutely love this base. Like, so the next new, wait, hold up. Wait, hold up. Hey, what? Wait, what? Wait. So it looks like 2021 is the year of blushes, and quite a few of you guys agree with me on that as well. So I'm definitely going to use some new blushes, and these are also liquid cream blushes. They're from NYX and it's the Soft Cheeks one. Once again, I saw one of my girls using these shades in one of her little reviews, and you guys know I'm all about the blushes. So these are actually soft cheek tints. The two shades that I've got is Almost Famous, which is like a retro orange, and Bombshell. So I don't know what shade I'm gonna use because I've got like the burgundy hair, the burgundy brows. I'm probably gonna do like a fiery look on the eyes as well. So I'm gonna try not to go a little bit too crazy, but shades look like. So once again, Almost Famous is the orange one, and Bombshell. What am I gonna do? I'm actually gonna go for the orange one. Is that too much? Do you not think I should? Wait, hold on. Let me just blend these out. Yeah, they feel quite similar to the Revolution ones that I recently tested out, like that cream to powder formula. So when you blend them out, it doesn't give you that typical dewy sheen. Oh, that orange one looks nice though. Like that here. I'm just gonna use this to blend this out. Oh, yes. Okay, Almost Famous. No, that shade is nice. Very nice. Oh, yes. I'm sorry, but these blushes are actually coming through. Like, doing a lot for me these days. I mean, I love a blush, yeah, but I was never really into, like, cream formulas. But this is... No, she is doing it for me. This shade really reminds me of the shade, like, Jaded from XX Revolution blushes, or LA Girl blush in the shade Just for Fun, where it's that powerful retro orange, but when you blend it out, it just looks so flattering. So it looks scary from like the packaging, but when you blend it out, it's just beautiful. This is melanin friendly. Nah, people them, may I chat to honor. If you guys like blushes like me, this shade is... I'm done. I don't even need to film anymore. Like, I'm actually done. Very beautiful. Loving that shade. Very flattering. She's just a bit of me. But yeah, if anyone is just curious, just in case, like, I do have the putty blushes from e.l.f. This is in the shade Fiji, and this is what she looks like. So Fiji's down here, which looks more coral. Example once again, this is Jaded from Revolution. So as you can see, that sort of retro orange I was talking about. And then also you've got the LA Girl one in the shade Just for Fun. They give you that bright retro deep vibe, but I personally feel like these shades are... I personally feel like these shades are so flattering. So I'm gonna use a little bit of the XX Revolution one just to set that blush, but I'm just so happy with that shade. I'm gonna add a little bit of bronzer. I am gonna use the Fenty Beauty one, the shade Thick Mint, because she was doing a lot for me. So I'm gonna use a little bit of her. I'm not even going to cream contour today, I'm just going to add this. The brush that I'm using is from EIG Show, which are like my favourite set of brushes, but unfortunately they don't have names. And I do still have a discount code if you shop from the original website, which is SIDS15, so you could get 15% off. Look at me sounding like some big influencer. Okay, Miss Sids. When it comes to me filming like these full face testing videos or testing new makeup or just a full face of whatever it is, do you guys prefer me to briefly speak about it whilst applying it and then do the recap at the end, or would you want me to skip doing the recap at the end and just speak about it in depth while doing the application? You guys let me know what you prefer in terms of the layout when I do these videos, because that would really help me out a lot, because obviously, you know, I want to produce content that you guys enjoy and get use out of. So it's going to be time for the eyes. I think I'm just going to leave my base like this for now. And I did pick up the Revolution Ultimate Nudes palette, which I think they've got 3 stories, and I'll pick up the one in the shade Dark, which is this cute little palette. But I'm not going to use it in today's video because quite a lot of you guys, when I posted something on my Instagram to review the Beauty Bay, and this is the 42 color palette, Fit Flowery 2.0. And I just want to shout out to Beauty Bay, because I can't believe I'm about to say this, yeah, but they actually sent this to me. Like, it's actually really crazy, because I don't know, just didn't really think I would ever be in a position where a brand would send me out makeup. So they sent this to me, sorry, and they also sent me this rose gold collection of brushes, which you guys know that I am obsessed like with some of their brushes. I've tried them in my previous Beauty Bay video, and yeah, I'm just so thankful. So I just want to say thank you so much to Beauty Bay for sending this out to me. It's just crazy. But this is what the palette looks like. So it's just got your neutral tones at the top, all your nudes and your browns, which I absolutely love, and then obviously you've got your colors. But yeah, so this is what I'm gonna play with today. I don't know what kind of look I'm gonna go for, especially when I've got this color wig. I might have to be careful, but I might be reckless, so who actually knows? Okay, so I've done one eye off camera and I went for this look. I don't know what to call this look, but it's a look. So I'm obviously gonna do the other eye with y'all. So I dipped into the shade here called Spice. Like, it is a very pigmented orange shade, like sorry? Nah, the color on the crease first, just to get the pigmentation. Okay, then I dipped into this shade called Saffron, which is this sort of fuchsia purple shade. It is stunning. Like, look at the pigmentation, just one to the point, just fall out. So that is the shade Saffron. So to help up with the blending between obviously the shade of my brow, I went in this beautiful brown shade called Cork right here. It is a really nice brown shade. Like, it's actually a beautiful brown to use as a transition shade, just to help with blending. Oh, they feel so nice as well. So that's the shade Cork, like so. And then weirdly enough, I don't know why I did this, but I went into this really bright orange shade here called Pumpkin. So this is like more of like a bright neon orange. And I used a little bit of this and I applied it in my inner corner just to bring some of that zhuzh, the little va-va-voom of the orange in my inner corner. And this is the black down here, and it's called Raven. Yeah, Raven. And I must say, Beauty Bay's black eyeshadows are very pigmented. Like, you see how black that is? Okay, my swatches are terrible, but very pigmented. So I'm gonna use that black. So I semi-cut my crease and I'm gonna add this shade here. And honestly, this shimmer shade gives me life, and it's the shade Tiger. I cannot for the life of me explain it. It's this one right here, and it's like a rose gold champagne but with a pink shift to it. And these shimmer shades, oh my god, nah, this is actually mad. I don't think the camera is even gonna do it justice, but can you see it, like where it's gold, but then if I shift you will see like pink in it. It is such a beautiful shade, amazing. So I'm gonna use that. Look at that, look at that. Like, so, like, no. Using this brush though, which is the On Fleek, is actually quite nice, especially when you do a cut crease, to get right in the edges of your cut crease. Show you guys some close-ups, yeah? But do you, okay, that black, I don't know what happened there, but do you not see the glistening of the shimmers here? Do you not see that? Do you see the bit? No. But anyway, I'm going to fix up the eye because I got a little bit carried away there, girls. So I'm gonna fix up the eyes, I'm gonna add some lashes, I'm gonna sort myself out, I'm gonna look like somebody's child soon, okay? Like I actually belong to somebody. And then yeah, just I have a few things that we need to put together and the look is done. So the eyes are done, and the lashes that I use are from Brittany White Makeup in the style bad gal. So yeah, use these lashes, pretty much just down the lower lash line. So I do actually have a new setting spray, and I didn't even realise they brought this finally to the UK until I saw someone posting it. No, I think it was actually the Plastic Boy who posted it on his Instagram story. And it's the Milk Hydro Grip setting spray. So yeah, it's finally on Cult Beauty, people, if you didn't know. But I did decide to pick this up. I think they come in 2 sizes. This is the travel size and then the original size. Now I am a bit skeptical about this because I do love the primer. So yeah, let's just see, because if this ruins my base, I'm gonna be vexed. Okay, so it's got a nice little mist. Oh, that's nice. Okay, couldn't smell anything. So this is the final glam. We have finally reached to the end, and I'm just going to do my usual recap. So to speak about the primers, it's very hard to say how the primers will perform on different days with different makeup products, but so far it actually did well with my base, I suppose. I like the smell and the texture of this. It's really nice and soft, and it just feels like it gives me like a soft blur canvas. Not overly hydrating, and even with the shift or the tint color, it doesn't create that color. Most favorite product that I have tested out in today's video, hands down, I will have to say the KVD Beauty Apple Balm foundations. I'm torn between the shades because I like 78 undertone, but I prefer the shade of 80. But apart from that, the formula, the way it just made my skin looks, you can manipulate it if you want it to be more matte. Use a mattifying primer. If you want to do it, use a dewy primer, girl, because it does give you that skin-like finish. It is super lightweight, and I'm just in love with the formula. Like, I'm sorry, I'm just really obsessed. Now with the concealers, I actually do like the Laura Mercier, but I appreciate the Huda Beauty more because this consistency, this vibe is just better for me. This one, I feel like it's just more on the natural days, because girl, if you want full coverage and you want to beat, you've got to go through this and apply a lot. And look, you don't really get a lot of product for £28. But yeah, I do like the coverage of this. I think that the Huda Beauty one is really nice. Even the shade, I actually do like the shade, even though it's not my typical go-to highlighting shade. If you guys been following me for a while, the only thing I don't like is the applicator. That metal applicator, it just makes my skin feel weird. But I'm just weird like that. Like certain things that can't touch my skin, and I'm just a little bit, ugh. This is a bit of me, you know. These liquid blushes, people, I'm not gonna lie, it's a bit of me. I don't know which one I like more in comparison to like the Revolution ones I recently tested out, the e.l.f. one. I don't know, but this and this shade is life. It looks scary, don't get me wrong, but it is life. Love it. And I personally do prefer these applicators. I'm sorry, like even with the Revolution ones, I prefer just to apply it straight on my face, not to having to rub it in. And sometimes when I do apply the putty blushes on my cheeks, it disturbs the base a little bit because you're applying pressure with your fingers. So I actually prefer these applicators. So NYX, once again, you're doing something right. This palette from Beauty Bay is stunning. I do personally prefer this one in comparison to the bright one because I do love the shimmer shades in this palette more. They're very pigmented, they're very buttery. You get different formulas. You get your standard shimmer shades, you get your putty formulas, duochromes, different shade, really nice. Love this whole section. You can create a lot of looks. Now I'm really looking at it, you can actually create a lot of looks with this palette. The only thing is that I don't know, I just really wish that this palette came in the other romantic and the Book of Magic version. Someone like me, 42 shades is a little bit overwhelming. I like small compact eyeshadow palettes, so that's the only thing. And I feel like they had this before. There was something similar to this before. And then lastly, it's this Milk Hydro Grip Primer. And looking at my mirror, I would definitely say it set my makeup really nicely. It gives me the illusion of like the Charlotte Tilbury airbrush setting spray, where it just locks your makeup together, but it doesn't give you that tightening feeling, because sometimes with the Charlotte Tilbury spray, if you spray a little bit too much, it feels a little bit tight. But it gives me more of that hydro glow. So I personally would prefer this more than Charlotte Tilbury. But yeah, I will leave all the details in the description box below. Thank you so much for watching, especially if you watch it from beginning to the end. I really, really appreciate it. So give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed. It does really let me know that you guys enjoy, like, you know, testing full face of makeup or semi-full face of makeup, so you know. If you're new, make sure you do subscribe on your way out, and I'd love to see you guys in my next video. Bye.
And boom, that on the tune like big up my sisters.